Okay, so today we are going to continue the yesterday's session. So yeah, so today we are going to discuss about the icons in Tableau, how we can use icons, and what are those options and all. So today we are going to discuss that. So I have opened this Tableau desktop. So this is my welcome page, and I'm going to connect to sample superstore database. So here I should be able to see all these icons. So this is the customer related information which is coming from the sample superstore. So this basically has the information of customers who are purchasing the products from different superstores. So this is mainly this data focuses on the customers who are purchasing different products. So let's take one customer name. So Aaron Bergman had purchased these many products. And what is the sale amount of that? And what is the profit that he's gaining from that? So we are going to know. Yeah. So these are the main columns: profit, sales. Sales. So these are the four columns which are main. So the customer going to the superstore and purchasing these many products, and what is the sale amount of that particular product, and what is the profit that a customer is, the superstore is getting. So this is the profit that we are getting, and so all this rest of the columns which denotes which location that superstore is and where is that country, region. So the address of the superstore and the category. So to which category this particular product belongs to, whether it belongs to office supplies or whether it belongs to furniture or technology related category or not. So that is the segregation that is made over here. And who is the manufacturer of that particular product, and when is that order made, and what is that order ID. So all those details will be there. So let's say if we are going to any particular superstore and we are making any purchase, so there will be one particular order ID. So at a time, so let's say Aaron Bergman went to the superstore on July 3rd and he made a purchase of three different products. So these are the different products he purchased. On which dates? On July 3rd. So this is the date that you can see. And based on this order ID, you can presume that this is the one order which is made in one superstore. So based on this data, we can understand what is the purchase made and what is the sale amount and what is the profit that we are getting from that particular customer. Likewise, we also have details about the address of the superstore, and we also have product related information, whether to which category it belongs to. So we have category and we also have subcategory information. So this is basically about the data. So whenever you connect to any particular data, you have to read the data. You have to understand what that particular data says. So once you understand what that particular data says, then we need to start building the dashboards and the visualizations. So now let's see. So we have a lot of customers here. So if you see, there are many customers in the data. So some of the customers are getting repeated. Why? Because the same customer purchasing different products, so the rows are getting repeated. So now I want to find out the distinct customer names. So who are all the customers who went to the superstore? So I want to know that particular information. So to know that, so I'll just need to drag this customer name into rows column. So if I put it in the rows, so I will be able to see the names in the row wise. So this is how I can see the information of the customer name. So if you see to your left bottom, So you can see there are 800 marks. So 800 marks is basically 800 data points. So there are 800 customers who are available here. 800 customers. So the entire data, so we have 10,000 records in our data. The data which we connected to, so we have 10,000 records. In that 10,000 records, I want to find out the number of customers. So it's very simple. You just need to drag customer name into the row shell. So you'll be able to know the count of rows. Or you can directly right click on this, go to measure and click on count distinct. And right click on this, make it discrete. So you can see the count directly here. So this is how we can do this customer name and what is the sale amount made by the particular customer. So just drag and drop this sale amount, or you can double click on this. So you can see, so Aaron Bergman has made $886 of sales. And by clicking on these two, so you can do ascending and descending. So let me do descending. So I can see the customer who made the highest sales, and I can, if I drag it down, I can see the customer who made the lowest sales. So I can name this sheet as customer wise sales. Okay, so now let's discuss about these icons one by one. So this is the Tableau icon. So if you click on this, you will be going to the start page. So whenever you open the Tableau, so whatever page that you have seen, so you can go to that page. So by clicking on this Tableau icon, so you can go to the start page where you can see the list of data sources that you can connect to and the list of servers. And these are the saved data sources which are provided by the Tableau company, where you can connect to these data sources to practice. So these data sources are provided by the Tableau for practice purpose. And if you have any files or any data that you want to connect to, you can connect to files. So if you want to go back into the worksheet, you can just click on the same icon again. So you can go into the worksheet. Okay, so that is about the Tableau icon. So to go to the start page, and likewise in Excel and WordPad in Microsoft, however, we have this undo and redo buttons. We do have that option in Tableau. So you can do undo. So when you do undo, whatever the steps that you have performed in the worksheet level, so that will be that you can go step back. So let's say if you want to go one step back, so click on this. So in the previous step, I have done the sorting. So I have removed that sorting now. So likewise, you can do, you can go back to the previous steps. So where I have used sales, so sales has been removed. So I can do redo as well. I can get my steps back. So if I do redo, so I'll get my sales back as is, and I can get the sorting as well. So I can do undo redo. So this is the just to speed up the process. So this is just to speed up the process. Let's say if you have any animations in this, so we have page shelf. Let me just show you. So let's take subcategory and sales. I'm gonna take a bar chart and swap it. So if I do a swap, so I'll explain about this button as well. So if I do a swap, whatever is there in rows shelf will be shifted to the column shelf, and whatever is in column shelf will be shifted to the rows. So if you observe, in rows shelf, I have subcategory column. In column shelf, I have sum of sales. So if I click on this button, so it will be interchanged. Okay, so within a click, I'm able to interchange between columns to rows and rows to columns. Yeah. So that is about this swap button. So this is called as swap rows and columns, or you can use a shortcut called Control W in your keyboard. And this is a page shelf. So by using this page shelf, you can create animations, animation type of charts. So now I'll just show you how you can create animation type of charts using page shelf. So now let's put one field in that. So let me take state. So I'll just put it in the page shelf. And here, if you can see, so here there are the state fields which are available. So one by one, that these filters will get applied. So let me just show you the data. So it will be selecting, if we go to the state, and let's say Alabama. So it will be filtering the Alabama records for subcategory and states. So basically it will just filter for that particular Alabama state and it will be showing you the records. So now let's see. So one by one, all these filters will get applied one by one in an animation way. So let me just start it. So if you observe, these bars are moving. So one by one, all the filters are getting applied. You can see on the title as well. So District of Columbia values, Florida values. You can show the label as well and play it. So you can see these values. And if you want to increase the speed, so like this, you can increase the speed. Or if you want to decrease the speed, so here also you can do the increase and decrease. So the speed will increase. Or you want very slow, you can click on this button where it will be very slow. So this is an animation type of chart where you can show all the states information separately by subcategory. So basically this is a subcategory wise sales filtered on states. Okay, so and this is an animation type of chart. So animations can be created by using page shelf. So we can just stop it by clicking on this stop button. So that is about animation and page shelf. And now let's discuss about save button. So if you click on this button, so we will have multiple two options will be available. So you can save it in TWB and you can save it in TWBX. So let me just give you a brief about what is TWB and what is TWBX. TWB is Tableau Workbook and TWBX format is Tableau Workbook Extract. And this is also called as packaged workbook. So TWB will have visualization in it, only visualization. And TWBX, as it is a packaged workbook, it will be having data, visualization, images, custom color palettes, everything as a package, it will be there. So this is what is TWBX format. So let's say if you want to share your work with anyone who doesn't have access to your data, so it is the best format to share the workbook. To share the workbook who doesn't have access to your data. So based on that, you need to choose. If you want to share this work with anybody, then only you should save it in TWBX. Otherwise, you can save it in TWB or TWBX, whichever version you want to. So now I don't want to share this with anybody, so I'm just saving it with TWB. So that is about the formats. So if you share this file, so they should be having the data file with them. So whether if you are connecting to the Excel file, so Excel file will be in your local system. So they won't be able to see anything in the dashboard which you share if you share it in the TWB format, until unless you share that file as well, Excel file or the data server details. If you are connecting to the server, they should be having the server details. If you are connecting to Excel or any flat file, they should have this file with them. For TWB. For TWBX, they don't need any data files. Why? Because it is a package workbook. It will be having the whole data with it. So if you want to share your work with anybody, you can, if you want to share the file with anybody, you should share it in TWBX format. Then only they will be able to view the dashboard. So that is about save option. And here we have cylinder icon, cylinder with a plus symbol. So this is to connect to new data source. So there are two options. So in start page, you can see the list of data sources you can connect to. So while opening itself, you can directly connect to the data sources. And when you connect to, so here also you can click on new data source and you can connect to different data sources. So let me just show you one particular connection. So let me take this joins and unions. Okay, so that particular file has, so let me just open that file. So this is the file that I have connected to. So this particular file has different tabs. I have join 1, join 2, union 1, union 2, union name mismatch. So these are the tabs. So if you are connecting to the any server, Oracle or any server, so it will ask for schemas and it will ask for tables. So once you select the schemas, let's say you have 1, 2, 3 schemas and you have selected one schema. Okay, once you select one schema, what are the tables under that schema? T1, T2. So like this, it will show. So similarly, whatever you are seeing here in Excel, similarly, you will be able to see the list of data sources or list of tables. So you can connect it to this one. So Tableau has two different methods. One is relationship model, which is also called as logical layer. And we also have joins, which is physical layer. So I'll just show you two different tables. So this is join 1. So join 1, which has 4 different rows, and join 2 also has 4 different rows. And here the common data. So let me just take into one particular table. So if you observe, so here I have details of a particular person and how many number of siblings are there for that particular person, and what is the eye color of that person. So in one table, I have the information of number of siblings. In one table, I have the color of that person. So if I want to find, or if I want to show this together, so I want to show number of siblings and eye color as well. So I need to combine these two tables. So on what basis I can combine? I can combine on basis of the name. So I need to be joining based on the or combining based on the name column. So in Tableau, by using logical layer, we can just combine this. So Tableau will automatically take the similar column names. So if the column names are similar, so automatically it will combine based on those two columns. So as I mentioned here, so we should be combining these two columns. We should be combining these two columns based on the name. And if you see, the name is similar in both the tables. So in both the tables, the name column is similar. So Tableau will understand that it has to join with this name column. So that is the reason it is automatically combined these two names. So this is a name from join 1 and this is a name from join 2. So it is auto. Yeah, so if let's say if you want to join with a different column, so you can select, you can manually select. So you don't want to join with name, you can select eye color like this. So if you want to add one more column, click on add more fields. Okay, like that you can add more fields. If you want to do multiple joins, combination with different multiple columns, you can add more fields. So here in this scenario, I have only one column to combine. So I'm just combining with that. Yes, one, depending on your requirement. In this scenario, I have only one column which has to combine. So it is, in some scenarios, you might combine two different columns or three, depending on the requirement, you will use it. So that is how we can combine. So now let me show you how it will show the information. So I have created that particular combination. So now I'll take name and number of siblings. And see, here I'm able to see. So name and number of siblings. Taylor has 2, Tracy has 1. So this is the same information that I'm seeing. But in the same, in one single sheet, I also want to see the eye color as well. So I'll just drag eye color here. Okay, so I'm able to see the eye color of Alex and Taylor as well. So Alex and Taylor. So if you go to join 2, so you will be able to see the names of Alex and Taylor. So Alex and Taylor. So has eye color blue and brown. So that is what is the information we are able to see. And the other two names, Shannon and Tracy, you don't have those names in this table. So that is why these are nulls. Okay, so based on that, I'm able to get this information. So I'm able to get all the information in one particular place. So that is the reason we combine two different tables. So yeah, so in upcoming sessions, I will tell you how to do joins and all, how to combine data. So I'm just telling you how this can be used. So connect to data source. So you can connect to different data sources from here, or you can connect to data source from the start page. So this is one of the option. And this is to stop the updates from the file that you connect to. So let's say I have connected to this file. So let's say if I made some updates, I have made an entry. Okay, so Tableau will automatically take that update. So if it is in pause mode, so it will not take any update. So you can do pause and play so that it will not take any updates from the backend. So that is about pause button. So connect to data source is the most important one. So you can connect to data source from this way, and also you can click on the Tableau icon and you can go to the start page. From there also you can connect. And here we can see the same option which you are seeing in the bottom. So yesterday we have discussed about how to create a new worksheet, new dashboard, and new storyboard. So these are the same options that you can see on the top. So you can create a new worksheet, new dashboard, new storyboard. And this is to create a duplicate. So the entire worksheet, if you want to make one more duplicate, so just click on this. Okay, so a duplicate is made. So we had sheet 3 and sheet 3 of 2 is made. And when you click on this again, one more sheet will be created. So let's say if I want to add some more columns. I want to know count. So I want to keep these 2 sheets. Then I can create a duplicate. I can make some more changes to the worksheet. For that, I will use this option. And not only by using this button. So when you hover on that, you can see in the tooltip as well. So it shows duplicate. So by clicking on that, you can create duplicate. And one more option. So right click on the worksheet. So here also you can create duplicate. So now let's discuss about the other option. So this is to clear all the fields in the worksheet. So whatever fields that you have dragged into the workspace, so in row shelf, column shelf, and in the marks card, whatever fields that you have dragged, if you want to remove everything at a time, so you can just click on this clear sheet. So it will remove all the columns. And you can start from the starting. If you want to get it back, you can click on undo, where you can go one step back. And as we discussed earlier, so this is to swap rows in columns. So whatever is there in rows, so if you see name and eye color is in rows. So if you want to shift it to the columns, so basically how we do, we just manually drag it. Okay, by just one click, whatever is there in columns will be shifted to rows. So instead of manually dragging and dropping like this, you can just click on this if you want to shift from rows to columns and columns to rows. And this is for sorting, ascending order and descending order. And this is the highlight option. So if you want to highlight names, click on this, or highlight eye color. So this is not mostly useful. And click on this. So this is the most important one. So how you want to design? So this is very important to design purpose. So if you want to keep worksheets in the dashboard, so when you are designing your entire dashboard, so this is very important. So you need to understand when to use standard and when to use fit width, fit height, and entire view. So let me start with standard. So this is a standard size according to the field values. So it will adjust according to the field values. Whatever the space that is needed for that particular values, it will just assign that. So if I say fit width, so this is the space that we have. This is the entire space that is available from here to here. So let me just take. Okay, so the space that you see here, so this space will be used entirely. Okay, so this is the workspace to create the worksheets. So whatever charts that we prepare, that will come in this space. So when I say standard, it will adjust according to the values that are there. And when I say fit width, so it will fit to the entire width available. Okay, so now it is using the entire width which is available. So you can arrange it like this. So this is for design purpose. So how you want to design it is up to you. So, or if you want to keep it in a standard way, so it will use the space which is available. And fit height, so it will use this height available. So click on height. So it is using the entire height which is available. And when you say entire view, so it will use the whole space which is there. So that is about entire view. And we also have a reset button. So I'll just show you how that reset button works. So let's say if you are creating any map related charts. So here I have map related charts. So by seeing the size of the circles, I can identify which state has the highest sales. So let's say if I want to zoom in, so I'm just zooming into this particular New York City or New York State. Okay. And I want to go back to the original position. So this is the reset axis button. So if you click on this, it will reset to the original position, which is that. So that is about this reset button. And this label is to show the values on top of those data points. So just click on this so you can see the labels on top of the data points. So this way you can show the labels, or if you want to reduce the size, click on this. So likewise, you can reduce the size. So this is how we can show the labels on top of the circles. And this is for developer purpose. So let's say if you want to remove anything that is visible on the screen. So if you want to remove this page shelf, filter shelf, marks card, these legends and all. So these are called size legends. So it will represent the what size represents what value. So if you have values in this range 132, so that is with this much of size. If you have values around $457,688, so the size of the circle will be this much. So if you want to remove those things, so you can, if let's say if I uncheck this column shelf will be removed. If I uncheck row shelf will be removed. And if you click on reset cards, everything will be back. So likewise, you can remove these shelves, marks card, filter shelves, all this can be removed. So this is for developer purpose. So when you are developing, you have to have all these shelves. So with these shelves only, we are preparing this dashboard. And this is the presentation mode. So in PPT, how we have this presentation. So in the same way, we will be having presentation mode. So in PPT also we have this option. So in PPT, it is just presenting this space. So it is not present in the left side, the list of slides and all. So in Tableau also, it will present only this space. So these are all the developer activities. So if you click on this presentation mode, so only that part is getting highlighted. All these developer activities will not be shown in the presentation. And this is to publish to the server. So in organization, you will be having organization link. And for now, I'll just show you how to publish in the Tableau Public. So in coming sessions, you need to publish your work. So keep practicing daily. And I will tell you how to publish in the Tableau server. Okay. So first of all, you need to extract this data. So once you extract, the data will be attached to this Tableau file. So if you want to publish to the Tableau Public, so whatever the data sources that you have connected to, you have to do an extract. Okay, once this extract is done. So I will explain you what is extract and what is live. So once this extract is done, so you need to click on this button. So where it will show you how tableau.public.com. For this, what you need to do is you need to be logging to the Tableau Public. So you need to sign up for that. So go to this Tableau Public website. I will share this link in the group. So you need to be entering your details and create your access. So I have created this one. So go to Tableau Public and do the sign up. So once you create that, you will be having one website. Okay, so this is my website where I have published different dashboards. So like this, if you want to publish anything, so sign up in tableupublic.com. So this is free version. So you don't have to pay anything. So sign up to Tableau Public and save those credentials, the username and password. So whenever you try to log in from here, you can go log in from here as well. So you can see this option. So you will get an option like sign in. So give your username and password there. So once you log in, you will be able to see your name to the right bottom. So then you will get to know that you have signed into the Tableau Public. Okay, so once you have logged into the Tableau server or Tableau Public, so you can publish your workbook. So if I click on save, so this entire workbook will be published to the Tableau Public. And when you go to the organizations, don't ever publish your work to the Tableau Public. Why? Because here there will be no restriction. So you can't restrict anyone to not to watch this dashboard. So if anybody has this particular dashboard link, so they will be able to access, or if they are searching in the Tableau Public website also, they will be able to see these dashboards. So it is accessible to everybody. So don't publish anything related to your organization in Tableau Public. No, data sources you can't publish, but this same data is attached to this workbook. So it will be there. So automatically data is also getting published. You can't only separately publish data to the server. So that will not be enabled for Tableau Public. So usually in Tableau server, you should be able to publish data source to the server. But so that is stored in a hyperfile. So I will tell you. So that is stored in a hyperfile. Hyperfile is a extension. So that will be stored in hyperfile. And that data is attached to this Excel. So if you, as I mentioned, TWBX and TWB, right? If you save the workbook in TWBX format, data will be attached to the Tableau workbook. If you save it in TWB format, data will not be attached to this. Okay, so you have to save your workbook in TWBX format. So then only that hyperfile will be attached. Yeah. So that is how you can publish. So start practicing. So whatever dashboard that I have prepared, so try to replicate this work. And also I have prepared yesterday a complete dashboard together. So try watching those videos and try replicating what I have prepared, and log into Tableau Public and try publishing into the Tableau Public so that I can verify your dashboards. So once you publish, share the link in the group so that I can verify. Yeah, so that's about icons. So we have completed all these icons. And now let's discuss yeah, that will come in the upcoming session. So that will take like entire session. So joins, physical layer, logical layer. So that will be covered in a entire 1 hour session. So that if I start explaining that, it will take one more session. Okay, so now let's discuss about how to create some simple charts. So we'll discuss stepwise. So let me just show you how to create change over time. So this can also be called as, okay, so let me ask you a few questions before I proceed to the next topic. Okay, so Abhijit, can you tell me what this icon does? Yeah, Abhijit. Yeah, Abhijit. Yeah, to connect to new data source. Perfect. Chandra Kalavati, can you tell me what this icon is for? Okay, HR, can you tell that what is the use of this icon? Yeah, not only new worksheet, we can create multiple new dashboard. May I know your name? Is it HR? Okay. Nazrin, can you tell me what is the use of this icon? This is to create a duplicate. So if you want to create the entire sheet as a duplicate. So let's say this worksheet is there. If I want to create a duplicate, so you can use that. Whenever you hover on that particular icon, you should be able to see what it does in the tooltip. So if I click on this, now you have this sheet 7, and when I click on this button, sheet 7 will get duplicated. Okay. Priyanka, can you tell me what is the use of this button? Okay. Rajesh, can you tell me what is the use of this button? Okay, perfect. Swapping the rows and columns. Yes. Yeah. Rajesh, can you tell me the use of this button? Yeah, right. Yeah, perfect. So it is to show the text. So what is the values of this particular states? If you want to show the values, so just click on this. So it will show you the mark labels. So you can see the value of those particular sales. Okay. Roger, can you tell me what is the use of this icon? Okay, Srikant, can you tell me what is the use of this icon? Yeah, no problem. So this is a presentation mode. So if you want to present, so in PowerPoint, we have presentation modes. It is a similar way. So you can present it. So like this, we do in PowerPoint. It is a similar way. You can click on this and only this part will get highlighted or that will be shown in a bigger size. Okay, Vishwajit, can you tell me what is the use of this last icon? Yeah, hi. Yeah, so if you want to share your work, so you can publish your work to the server. So for practice, now we are publishing it to Tableau Public, so which is available to everybody. In organization, you are publishing it to the Tableau server. So there you will have, you can give access to your colleagues and peers. Yeah. So let's continue the next topic. So I'll just show you how to create simple charts. So now we are going to discuss about how to create a line chart, how to create a correlation chart, and how to create a bar chart. So now we are going to discuss these three different charts. Line chart. So this is also called as change over time. And we also have bar chart. So these are the two simple charts which we can create. And this is also called as magnitude chart. And we have a correlation chart. So now we'll see how to create these three charts step by step. Okay, so I have connected to sample superstore data source. So to create any line chart, so to create any line chart, so the fundamental rule is to have a date dimension. So it is mandatory to have a date dimension to create a line chart. Why? Because we are going to show the change over time. So in change over time, I'm gonna show how was my how was my performance in previous year and how is my performance in this year, and I can compare it with my past years and the future years. So I can do that only when I have date dimension. So now let's take any date. So in sample superstore, we have two dates. One is order date and the ship date. So now let's take order date. So date has a lot of capabilities. So we'll discuss in the upcoming sessions. For now, I'll just show you how to create uh, a simple line chart based on this order date. So now let me create by month and year. So I'm just clicking on that month and year, and I'll take sales. So double click on this, and Tableau will automatically create a line chart. And it is showing in a different way. I want to swap it so I can see the performance. So if you see, you can see the trend. It is basically showing by using this left side axis. So in November, I have $14,000 of sales. So it is based on this value. So based on this axis, so 14,000 location is here and 56,934. So based on this value, it is showing the data point over there. So likewise, it is showing like a line chart here. So it is just attaching those data points. So basically, we will be having x-axis and y-axis, and let's say November, December. So in November, my value is 14,000. So these are my 10K, 20K values. So if my value is 14K, I will get a data point over here. And if my value is 25K, I will get a data point over here. So like this, you will get some data points. So line chart will be created by just combining these data points together. So like this, you can see a line chart. So all these data points attached together where you can see line chart like this. And in an overall, if you see, so you can see you are trending up. So you have started at $14,000 and at the end of November 2023 or December 2023, you have $85,000 of sales. That means you are trending up. So this is called as line chart. In line chart, we have a lot of options where you can show the trend. So right click on this, click on trend lines and show trend lines. So mathematically also it will create a trend line and it will show whether you are trending up or trending down. So that is how we can show. And not only this, so let's say by comparing this previous values, so this is the only data which is available. So we have data only till December 2023, and we can assume what would be my forecast data. So in future, what could be my values? So based on my previous values, Tableau will automatically calculate. This could be my, let's say in January 2024, I might get a sales of $51,000. And in February 2024, I might get $42,258. All this can be calculated. So Tableau will automatically generate these things. So if you have a line chart, so these are the options that are available. So where you can compare your previous month's data with the current month. And you will be able to know whether you are trending up or trending down. So I have mentioned steps to create, how to create this line chart and all. So I will share this in the group. Okay, so you have to prepare and publish it in the Tableau Public and share it in the group. Yeah. So if you see here, I have prepared some steps. So how to create this particular chart. Okay, so that's about line chart. Now we'll talk about correlation chart. So correlation chart is basically comparing two different variables. Two different variables or measures. So let's take sales. So sales is one of the measure, and profit is one of the measure. So I want to see based on subcategory. So I'll take subcategory. So I want to see if my sales is increasing, my profit is increasing or not. So I want to see that. Let's say I have a product. I have a product which costs 1,000 rupees. So the manufacturing cost is 1,000 rupees, and I'm selling it for 1,200 rupees. So this is my sales value. And what is the profit that I'm getting? So I'm getting a profit of 200 for a product which cost me 1,000 rupees. I sold it for 1,200 and I'm getting a profit of 200 rupees. So this is product A. And I have one more product B. The manufacturing cost is like around 1 lakh. And I'm selling it for, so as the market is very low for that product B, I'm selling it for 1,100,000. So what is the profit? Yeah, only 100. So 100 is my profit. So here, if you see, if your sales is more, that doesn't mean your profit is more. If you see in this scenario, here the sales value is 1,200 and you got a profit of 200. And here your sales is 1,100,000, but you are getting only profit of 100 rupees. Okay, so your sales, if your sales is increasing, profit might not increase. So depending on the product to product, it differs. So in case of product A, let's say if you are selling 10 products of this, so 1200 into 10. So you'll get a profit of 200 into 10. So if you sell product A 10 items, and if you sell this product B 10 items, so you'll get a profit of only. So if you see, so in this scenario you can understand. So if you're selling product A will give you more profit than product B. So I want to understand, so what are the values that I need, what are the products that I need to consider for selling more. So if you are like concentrating on the sales value, that your sales is more, you will concentrate on product B, so that is not the right way. You have to get the more profit. So you are getting more profit only on the product A, so you have to concentrate on that. So by using correlation chart, I will understand if sales is increasing, whether profit is increasing or not. So that I will compare. So if sales is increasing, in an ideal scenario, sales is increasing, profit should also increase. But in case of the product B, profit is coming very less compared to product A. So I want to do that comparison. So in this case, I'm taking subcategory. So let's take phones. So phones has a sale amount of $331, $331,000. So let me take that notes. Sales is, phones has 331,000. Phones sales is $331,000 and profit is $45,000. And let's take another example, copiers. Sales is 150,000. Sales is 150,000 and profit is 56,000. So it is like this only. So product B, so it is like product B. So even if your sales value is less, you are getting more profit in copiers. So if you sell more of copiers, you'll get more profit. Here, if you compare sales of this particular thing, sales value is very less compared to phones. But this has 3,31,000 and this has only 1,50,000. But within 1,50,000, I'm getting a profit of 56,000. So selling copiers related products gives me more profit than selling phones. So I want, in this particular scenario, I'm able to understand selling copiers products is giving me more profit than selling a phone. So I can correlate which are the products which are giving more profit or which are the products which are giving less profit. So I can compare this thing. So whether if my sales is increasing, my profit is increasing or not. So that I can monitor by using correlation chart. So I have provided steps to create correlation chart. So I have prepared step 1, step 2, step 3 for this. So you can create that in Tableau desktop. So now let's move on to bar chart. So in bar chart, we have two different horizontal bar and vertical bars. And we'll also have stacked bars and side by side charts. . or we can also call blended axis. So these are the different options that are available for bar chart. So now let's see one by one. So to create a bar chart, take any category, take any dimension, take any measure value. So go to show me and click on bar. Okay, so by default, it is showing you the horizontal bar. So if you want to make it entire view, so you can show like this and show the label. So this is how you can create a horizontal bar. And when you swap the rows, you can see a vertical bar. If you want to see different categories in different colors, you can control select category and put it in the color marks card. So this is simple bar chart. By clicking on the swap rows, you can make it horizontal bar or vertical bar. And now let's discuss about how to create a stacked bar. So to create a stacked bar, so let's say now you're able to see 7,54,000 values there for furniture. So in category, we have inside category, we have subcategories. So bookcases, chairs, furnishing, tables. So one furniture has a value of 7,54,748. Now I want to see the split of these subcategories. Okay, that 7,54,000 should be segregating across all the subcategories. So just drag and drop subcategory into the color marks card. So it will segregate accordingly. So each and every single thing will get separated. Okay, so that 7,54,000 will be splitted into different subcategories. So you can see the values. So if you add all these values, so you will getting 7,54,000. So stacked is nothing but putting the bars one on top of the other. So that is about stacked bar. And now let's see how to create side-by-side chart or blended axis. So for creating blended axis, you might be needing two different measures. So take sales, take profit, and take subcategory. And go to show me and click on this side-by-side bars. Okay, so it is showing you subcategory wise sales and profit together. So at a time, you can visualize subcategory wise sales and profit. So this is how you can create. So these are the type of bar charts that you can create. In bar chart, we have horizontal, vertical, stacked, side by side. So try to prepare all these worksheets that I have prepared today. So I'll upload this video in the YouTube and I'll share it across. So try to do it in your Tableau desktop and publish. So before publishing, right click on this and do an extract. Do the extract. So until you get this symbol, so you have to get this dual cylinder. So if you are connecting to two data sources, you need to do extract for two data sources and go to here and click on publish or save it. So before that, you need to create an account in tablewpublic.com. So I will share that link in the group. So sign up and get the credentials from tablewpublic.com and log into your Tableau desktop. Yeah, so that's about today's session. So any questions from today's session? Yeah, so to know that, so that will take one more session. So measure names and measure values. So there is a separate topic for that. Okay, so I will tell you what is measure values, what measure names contains. Okay, so that will take some half an hour of time to explain what these fields are. Okay. Okay, then thank you all for joining. We'll continue tomorrow. Yeah. Mm, yeah, unless until it is on our local copy, yeah, we cannot. So let's say I have prepared this in my local machine. Okay, if I want to share this work to you, so I have created, uh, I have connected to my Excel file, which is in my local machine. So this joins is a file which I have connected from my local machine. So you will not be having that Excel file with you. So if I share this file, so you will not be able to open this Tableau at all until unless I save it in TWBX format. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you want to publish to the Tableau Public, it is mandatory to do an extract. If you want to share normally, I'm sharing in the meaning this file, if I send it through email, okay, if I save it, so it will be stored as a like this file. Okay, I can attach this in an email. Okay, for that you need to save it in TWBX format. So while publishing in Tableau Public, you have to have it in extract mode. Otherwise, you can't publish. It will throw you an error. Hmm. Yes. Tableau Public will not have that information. Correct. Okay. Any other questions? No, it will be published in your profile. So there is no locations as such. No, no, you can, you can store it anywhere in your PC. Okay, then thank you all for joining. We'll continue tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.